Hey train friends, welcome back to the layout. Today we have a really cool and awesome review of the new Lionel Legacy Union Pacific 9000, the 412-2. This thing is huge and really cool. It has 12 drive wheels in the middle and it's just a beast. It has a lot of really great details and features, one of them which I've never seen or heard before on a Lionel Legacy engine. We'll talk about it today on PGH Train Fanatic. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, so before we put this engine on the tracks, we're going to talk about the bottom. We're going straight to that first because there's a lot going on here, some neat features to talk about. This engine has a third cylinder and 6 chuffs. Right here is the mechanism that propels the third cylinder. It doesn't actually propel it in real life, but you can see it does model it and it does actually work, even though you won't see it while the locomotive is running. Another thing to note on this engine, since it has all these drive wheels, the only ones that have flanges on them, meaning that actually ride the rails, are these two here, this one and this one. So these are blind wheels, meaning there's no flange. These are blind, and these are blind. And then the front set of drive wheels have the flanges on them with the traction tires. And then as you can see, here's the front truck with the 4 wheels, and then the trailing truck with the 2 wheels. All right, so here it is in all of its glory. Just a great looking engine, really just huge and impressive on the layout. It is equipped with Lionel's Legacy system. It can be run in Legacy mode with the Lion Chief Bluetooth app. It is Bluetooth equipped, and you can also run it conventionally. All right, so we're taking a look at the front of the locomotive. You can see there are plenty of details. Nice cow catcher, a scale coupler here, the coupler cut bar. You can even see parts of the third cylinder. If you look in here, there's more cylinders on the front of the locomotive and piping and details. You have the marker lights that are interchangeable between white and green. A great looking headlight, a little gold bell that does move if you swing it like this. And there's a nice plate on the front with the number 9000. And also the boiler front does open. So you can easily get in here and change LEDs in the future if you ever need to. It's held on with a little magnet, like so. And then looking down the side of the locomotive, you can see one of its most impressive features, which are all the drive wheels. So here is the 4, 12, and 2 wheel arrangement. You can see the nice builder's plate, the number boards, all this great piping and detailing, and the metal handbars, and it just looks fantastic. Alright, and here's the top of the locomotive. You can see there's your smokestack where you load your smoke fluid. This piece does lift off with magnets and it reveals the run program and the smoke control features. And then you have some more details in the back. Pop-off valves, little red painted valves here and there. So to load the whistle smoke, you remove this dome here. It's held on by a couple little magnets. This engine is equipped with the whistle smoke. You can load the smoke right here for the whistle smoke, which blows out at the whistle right here in the back. And here's a great view of the cab. You can see the numbers 9000 right here under the window. This window is fixed in place. There's a lot of great detailing and handbars. The locomotive gap between the tender is fairly reasonable. And there is no drop plate, but this plate sort of mimics the drop plate right here by sticking out a little bit. And then the vents on the top of the cab do not move. They are fixed in place. Here's a great look at the interior of the cab. There are 2 engineer figures a flickering firebox, lots of painted in details. And the really cool feature of this locomotive is it has backlit gauges. These gauges are lit up from behind. And of course, there's an interior LED light as well. Really nice interior on this cab. And here is the really cool tender. The thing I like about these tenders is this like cylindrical design in the back. It does have the coal load, the real coal load in it. Marker lights, a lot of railings and piping details, 6-wheel trucks, and the gray Union Pacific lettering. On the top you can see there's like a simulated wood deck, and these little hatches do open. They're kind of tough to get a finger on, but they are hinged and they do open like so. There we go. There's no switches in these though, but all 3 of those do open. And here is one of the coolest features about this tender. It does have an additional red marker light on the back that stays on. And you can just see the great detailing. The electric coupler you can fire open. And here is the reverse light. It's a really nice tender. Alright, so now we're going to start it up, go through some of the sounds and the details of the whistle smoke and all those fun and cool features of this locomotive.
This is the dispatcher. Start up and hold. Over. Okay, let's get to work. Out. Air test is good. Ready to pull. Dispatcher, we're ready. Is it okay to pull? Over. Please stand by. Out.
Here are the 5 whistles. Did you hear that? Did you hear the toot toot? So that is the really cool new feature that I want to talk about on this engine. It's something I've never seen on the Legacy locomotive before. And it's like a pre-programmed little toot toot, because all I did when I did that was just blow the whistle like so, and it randomly will do a little toot toot. And I've never heard a Legacy engine do that before, and it's really, really cool. I hope that Lionel continues to do that with more future locomotives. So again, this is whistle number 1. And whistle number 2. And then whistle number 3. And number 4. And whistle number 5. Big boy whistle. Back to number 1. Number 1 I feel is the best whistle on this locomotive. It does have 5 bells. Here's bell number 1. 2, 3, 4, and number 5. And then back to the default. This engine comes in at 26.5 inches, and it does require 072 curves, although it will run on 060. The suggested retail price on these locomotives is $1699.99, although you may be able to get one for less from a reputable train store like my favorite train store, Brady's Train Outlet in Greensburg, PA. Alright, now that we have the locomotive hooked up to a train of Union Pacific passenger cars, we're going to take it for a spin around the layout. And don't forget, listen for the 6 chuffs per revolution on this locomotive, which is one of the only ones in the industry that does this. So, hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to leave some comments down below on what you think of this engine. And thanks again.
next block. Over. That's affirmative. Your track is clear. Out. Dispatcher, are we clear through the next block? Over. Safeties are lifted. Ease off the coal till we get a signal. Dispatcher, go inside the register book. Out.